Jasmine Crockett didn't just walk into American politics. She marched, shouted, negotiated, and made it impossible to look away. From the pews of her father's church in St. Louis to the spotlight of the U.S. Capitol, Crockett's story is one of grit, purpose, and unapologetic commitment to justice. Origins: faith, family and first steps. Born on March 29, 1981, in St. Louis, Missouri, Crockett was raised by parents who modeled service. Her father, Joe Crockett, was both a teacher and a preacher. Her mother, Gwen Crockett, worked in the federal government for decades. From dinner table debates on fairness to community engagement, her upbringing laid the foundation for a life devoted to justice. She earned her BA in Business Administration from Rhodes College in 2003 and her JD from the University of Houston Law Center in 2006, blending analytical rigor with a passion for defending the vulnerable. Legal career: from public defender to civil rights advocate, Crockett began her professional journey as a public defender in rural East Texas, a role that put her on the front lines of the criminal justice system. She worked tirelessly to keep young people out of jail and protect defendants' rights. In 2010 she started her own law firm, Crockett Law PLLC, focusing on civil rights, criminal defense, and personal injury. Over more than a decade, she represented thousands of Texans, including protesters and clients in high-profile cases involving police misconduct and racial injustice. Her legal work wasn't just about courtroom wins. It was about lifting voices that often go unheard and challenging systemic bias wherever she found it. Legislative launch: Texas House of Representatives. Feeling that the systemic issues she fought in court also needed political solutions, Crockett ran for the Texas House of Representatives in 2020. Despite being outspent nearly 5-1, she defeated an incumbent, winning by just 90 votes and proving that grassroots energy still matters. In Austin, she became known for her bold advocacy. During the 2021 legislative session, she filed more bills than any other freshman and helped lead a dramatic walkout of Democratic legislators aimed at stopping sweeping voting restrictions, a protest that dominated Texas political headlines. She was also a founding member of both the Texas Progressive Caucus and the Texas Caucus on Climate, Energy, and the Environment, showing early on that her interests went far beyond any single issue. To Washington, U.S. House of Representatives. When longtime Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson retired in 2022, Crockett seized the moment. She entered the race for Texas's 30th congressional district, anchored in parts of Dallas and Tarrant counties. With Johnson's backing and strong grassroots support, she won easily, and was sworn into the 118th U.S. Congress on January 3, 2023. In Congress, she quickly made an impact. Freshman leadership role: elected as the Democratic freshman class representative, acting as the bridge between new members and party leadership. Committee assignments: Crockett serves on key panels including the House Judiciary Committee and the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, where she's used her legal experience to interrogate powerful figures and defend accountability. Legislative portfolio: she's introduced and co-sponsored bills on issues like drug policy reform, senior nutrition, infrastructure, federal worker protections, military spouse employment, and sustainable agriculture, a mix that bridges progressive ideas and concrete solutions. Second term: Crockett won re-election in 2024 and was sworn into the 119th Congress in January 2025, solidifying her role as a rising voice in Washington. Voice on the national stage: Crockett isn't a quiet legislator. She's become known for bold confrontation and viral moments that reach audiences far beyond Capitol Hill. In 2023 she challenged fellow lawmakers during an impeachment hearing, using graphic images of mishandled classified documents to make a point about accountability, a clip that exploded on social media. She delivered a fiery speech at the 2024 Democratic National Convention and served as a national co-chair of the Harris-Walz presidential campaign, traveling to key states to boost turnout. Her style, fierce, unapologetic, and unfiltered, has made her both a hero to supporters and a target for critics. Political stances and policy priorities: Crockett's political identity blends progressive values with a focus on real-world impact. Civil rights and equality: A lifelong advocate, she works to protect voting rights, LGBTQ rights, and racial justice. Healthcare access. She believes in healthcare as a human right and supports expanded coverage, reproductive freedom, and mental health services. Criminal justice reform. Drawing on her legal background, she pushes for fairer systems that reduce recidivism and address systemic bias. Economic justice. Crockett champions workers' rights, livable wages, and equitable opportunities for small and minority-owned businesses. Immigration and environment. She stands for humane immigration reform and environmental justice for overburdened communities. 2026 Senate run and recent developments. In December 2025, Crockett announced her campaign for the U.S. Senate, aiming to flip a seat in Republican-leaning Texas and challenge the status quo. Though she was a leading candidate and drew national attention, including endorsements from figures like Vice President Kamala Harris, she lost the Democratic primary to James Tallarico in March 2026 and subsequently called for party unity. Despite this setback, observers see her influence continuing. Many believe she remains a powerful figure in national politics and could run for office again. Why she matters. Jasmine Crockett represents a new generation of leaders who mix legal expertise, community roots, and a willingness to fight on the biggest stages. She doesn't just legislate, she insists on accountability, amplifies marginalized voices, and uses every platform, from committee hearings to national conventions, to push for change.